welcome to another episode of Cryptid Files. Podcast that talks to you all about myths, legends, cryptids, monsters,
Scientologists,
folklore,
Mormons,
ghosts,
socks,
aliens.
rabbits from space.
Have we ever done that?
I think we talked about it for a second. Probably. Because I brought up the part from the video game I played where there was rabbits in space.
Oh, yeah. And penises.
Yeah.
We're your hosts, as always, Anthony and Charlie.
Yeah.
And tonight we're here to talk to you guys about gargoyles.
Yes.
But before we get into it, Charlie, we have podcast news.
Yeah. We got good things sent to us.
We officially have
We got gifts.
a sponsor.
Yeah, so this is Rustic Supply
Check out
Company.
Rustic Supply Co.
Yeah.
They make cool shit.
They make all cool things. So these are for hanging bananas or oranges.
Your
as long as you don't
underwear.
mind. Yeah, if you want to put it.
If you find cryptid pelts.
Yeah, or cryptid pelts
Yeah, so
specifically.
it's hard to see on camera, but this is Mothman and the Flatwoods Monster hanging
Yeah.
out. I got a shark, because there are sharks that are cryptids.
Yeah.
But he's cool. We got Mothman over there.
Oh, yeah. Quality items.
These are
They're actually really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
They're hefty. They look like they're built to last, and I am excited to hang things off of them. So,
Yeah.
the cool things are, we're going to keep some of these because we want them.
Yeah.
But we're also going to be giving a bunch of these away because we're going to be getting these every once in a while, and when we get them, we're going to give them all to you guys. So, stick around, stay tuned, pay attention, because we will be doing giveaways from Rustic Supply Co. pretty regularly now.
Yeah.
They are on Etsy. They ship everywhere in the U.S., I believe. Let's talk about gargoyles.
Yeah.
So
You go. You
I'm gonna let
sew
you
first.
start.
You sew first. No, you always sew first, and then I say, well, hold on a second there, buddy. So you go ahead. You
we
start.
have a formula. We
Yeah.
become that predictable.
Yes.
So, gargoyles come from the French word that means throat, which actually I think also comes where gargle comes from.
Is it?
Because isn't it like gargle?
Maybe. A gargoyle.
Yeah.
Throat or gullet. Yeah.
Yeah. So they come from the French word that means throat, but
Yeah.
they've been around officially since like the 4th century BC. But that back then they were seen in like ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, ancient China, all that. They
Yeah.
were not as grotesque monstery as they were in like when we think of gargoyles. Back then they were more like lion heads and jackal heads, alligator heads, dragon
Animal
heads, things like that.
things.
They were just more animal things, and they were used as drain spouts to keep water specifically from running down the sides of their brick buildings because they would
Yeah.
ebb and eat
It'd
away
eat
at
through the walls.
Yes, they would eat away at the stone and the mortar
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So you make these statues that spit water out far enough away from the building that it
Yeah.
just kind of cascades down and it doesn't hurt your stonework.
Yeah.
So
So they decided, like, yeah, we have to find something that diverts water away.
Mhm.
And then they were like, hey, let's make them cool. And then from cool, they were like, okay, let's make them kind of spiritual.
yeah,
And so they often had, like, symbolic or protective beings. So, like, in ancient Egypt, they used, like, statue heads of gods
Yeah.
or
alligators,
alligators or all kinds of cool stuff like that. Or crocodiles. Right? Nile crocodile?
crocodile. Yeah.
Yeah.
China had a lot of dragon heads as gargoyles. And things like
Yeah.
that. So,
But
it's-
they weren't technically gargoyles yet.
actual gargoyle is the name of the spout.
Yeah, but that word wasn't created yet.
Well, yeah, they were water spout things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the 12th century is when they really became what we think of gargoyles today. That's when during the French, holy crap, French like Gothic era,
Yeah.
that architecture style, that's when they became these demonic looking, gross, monstrous things.
Yeah, so there are two types of them,
Yes.
actually. So there's gargoyles,
Yes.
which are functional,
Yes, those
Right.
have a spout.
and then there's grotesques,
Yeah.
which are decorative only.
Yes, they don't actually do anything.
But yeah, so gargoyle, like you said, means throat or gullet, so water flows through it, and it was famously known from like the Notre Dame Cathedral. A lot of these earlier cathedrals used gargoyles to not only channel rainwater away, but they symbolized the outside of the church being full of evil. And then when you went inside the church,
You're
it
protected
was
from the evil.
it was all safe.
Yeah.
It was salvation and safety. So on the outside of the walls, they put things that they were trying to keep out. And it was like a symbolism to like scare away evil, but also a visual warning to show the population like, hey, outside of this holy area, it is just an evil world.
Mhm.
So that's why a lot of churches adopted the idea of putting gargoyles on their stuff. Artists had a lot of freedom in it, so a lot of the gargoyle carvings were very bizarre. sometimes humorous, sometimes obscene.
Right.
It was really adding like flavor to buildings, I guess. So they just kind of looked like they went from crazy monsters to weird looking people to flying dragon heads to all kinds of stuff.
Before mass production, they were like snowflakes. No two gargoyles really were exactly the same because they would just be made custom for buildings like that, which was really cool to me.
Yeah. So there's a French legend.
Yes.
Attached to these.
The legend of Saint Romanus.
Yeah. Do you want to dive into it?
No, go for it.
Okay, cool.
I know you're excited about this.
Yeah, so it's a story from Rowan. A dragon called La Gargoyle. Gargoyle?
I'm going to make
Gargoyle.
Translate say it to you.
Gargoyle. Gargoyle. I think it's Gargoyle.
French,
but
right?
like French. Like Gargoyle. Gargoyle.
Spell it.
G-A-R.
Is it La or Le?
La.
G-A-R.
G-O-U.
G-O-U.
I-L-L-E.
I-L-L-E. The gargoyle. And this is what it sounds like.
La gargouille.
La Gargoyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La gargoyle.
Yeah. It's
like saying gargoyle while you throw up.
Yeah, it's got a little yeah. La Gargoyle.
La gargoyle.
Yeah. It's a lot of French words.
It's one of those gargoyle.
Yeah.
Gargoyle.
But different rumors said that it either breathed fire or breathed water, and it flooded land or burned down the land. The rumors are kind of like
maybe it did both.
Maybe it did both. But it was defeated by Saint Romanus, and basically they tried burning the body of this dragon, and it just charred up. Okay. And it just charred up because it was so used to being in fire and terrible conditions all the time, and it just turned to stone pretty much. So its head was mounted on a building, which is the inspiration for gargoyles.
Yes, it was mounted as a warning to other evil.
Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of like the legend that helped inspire a lot of gargoyle creations.
It makes me wonder though, do you think that they told this legend after gargoyles became a thing to explain gargoyles, or do you think that they told this legend and then started making gargoyles?
So what I
couldn't find a correlation.
Noticed a lot when I was looking up gargoyle stories.
Yeah.
Most of them are stories that came up a few hundred years after the gargoyles were actually placed on the buildings.
So it's probably they started making gargoyles, and then they were like, yo, we need to explain this shit because we got to stop making weird titty monsters.
It wasn't even that. It was just people that were, they'd look at these crazy buildings, right, with these evil statues on them, and they're like, why is that here? And they would look at it, and the rumors would spread, like, oh, it's a monster that turns to this at the night, kills people, or it does this, and this. And it's more of like an explanation of why these things were here. Because 300 years after these things were placed, some of these buildings still had the same gargoyles on them.
Right.
And so the stories of why they were there was just
and it's cool to
lost,
when we move into like even the modern times, that one, gargoyles are still around. Like they are still put on buildings and stuff like that. And two, that generally speaking, in media of any kind, gargoyles are good guys.
Generally, yeah.
You notice that? Like,
well, they're protectors.
You look at the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He's got the three gargoyle buddies. You look at the freaking Gargoyle show. What was that? That was a Disney show, wasn't it?
The animated one.
Yeah, or was that Cartoon Network? I don't remember.
I forget.
Yeah, there was a gargoyle show where they were like superheroes. Very often they're depicted as protectors and defenders and heroes and stuff, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that theme followed, like that idea followed from, I think it was like the 1600s forward.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different theories that came up about them at the time period, right? So stone guardians was one. Gargoyles are spiritual protectors placed intentionally to guard sacred spaces.
Right.
Some believe they can animate under certain conditions. That was the first idea of them like becoming
because that even dates back, you think of like ancient China and ancient Japan.
Yeah.
With the dragon statues and all that kind of stuff. They put those on buildings too to wick off water. Yeah. And they also thought that they would come to life. So similar. It's just like a rename of the same story.
Yeah. Well, they added different conditions for a lot of these things too, of like what would make it come to life later on. It was very area specific, culturally specific, and mainly just creative. Somebody would come up with the story and would go. would roll with it.
Right.
Because a lot of these stories came hundreds of years after the statues were placed.
Right.
You know, as far as we know. There was other theories that came about. So the petrified beings, which...
The demons that landed on the church and the church's holy power turned them in stone.
Yeah, or the dragon that they killed.
Yeah.
And turned to stone and put on top of the church. So there's some people that would say that the gargoyles were once living creatures turned to stone, only move at night during storms, or ties to global like living statue legends. And those theories actually existed in like ancient Egypt too. Whenever you had scary looking statues like this that were just of monsters or demonic beings, people wanted to figure out like what their purpose was, why they were here. And they came up with shit like this. Interdimensional being or interdimensional watchers was another one. So not carvings, but anchors. So entities observing humanity from another plane. Buildings acted as perches between worlds. So kind of like they would put these statues up and they would be like a gateway for, I guess, other dimensional beings to watch us and spectate us and things like that.
Cool.
Seems a little crazy, but it's cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Some people thought that the gargoyles were like linked to Mothman sightings and shit like that. So when they saw like the idea of gargoyles coming to life, they were like, "Oh, that's not a gargoyle that you saw.
That's not Mothman you saw. It was a gargoyle."
Yeah, like
I
that.
don't know if I like that one.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just some weirdness that was happening with like, you know, the idea of the stories behind them.
Yeah.
The problem is they're very specific.
Right.
So going through like a category of gargoyle, it's kind of, there's not really one explanation you can throw at any of them to describe everything. So, but yeah.
They're fucking cool though.
They are cool.
My dad used to collect gargoyles when I was a kid.
Yeah, my parents have a gargoyle at their house. They had it inside and they thought it was bringing them bad luck, so they moved it outside.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Yeah, and it's been outside forever.
We need a gargoyle.
Ever since. Yeah.
You should put it on this corner.
Well, you are supposed to put them outside.
Yeah, put it on this corner of your roof. It'd be on the DNR corner.
It could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is an outside wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it right there.
It'd be good.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, get a gargoyle.
I'm going to get a gargoyle and put it on my deck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, Charlie, how would you fight a gargoyle?
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, they're good guys.
They're good guys, man.
Imagine a rogue gargoyle.
They're normally only active during the daytime. I mean, nighttime. Or during storms and stuff. So I would just climb to the roof during the daytime and take a sledgehammer to it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, problem solved.
There's no... Yeah, there's absolutely no problem.
So in this instance, how would you handle a fight if, like, let's say, again, gargoyle goes rogue, you're walking through France in the middle of the night, and this thing attacks you?
Depends on the gargoyle, because they're all different. There's small ones that are like all demony. There's one giant one. There's like, some of them are dragons.
Some of them are like giraffe monsters.
Yeah, you know,
it's penises.
It's kind of like just you gotta just figure out what you get when you get it. It's like you're going into like one of those like random gladiator matches that you don't know what's gonna happen, and then they bring a lion out, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta fight a lion now. I wasn't aware I had to fight a lion.
So how would you fight a lion?
Stick, I think.
Yeah.
Long stick. That seems how they do it in the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like long stick, and then he dives at you, and then like the lion's on top of me, and then you just see me push it over because the stick
went in it.
The stick impaled him.
We all think you're dead, but you push the stick. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think I could use the same strategy for pretty much any gargoyle too.
But now, do they stay stone when they come to life?
Maybe.
Or do they become flesh and bone?
I think it depends on the legend. Depends on the creature, because I know like there was one I looked up where like people would have to, there was like a blood thing you could do to like summon it, and you'd have to like bleed on the gargoyle, like make like a blood offering, and it would be your protector.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that one stays stone.
No.
So I don't know, man. It's literally, there's about 500 legends that go with gargoyles, but my main thing is with the classic gargoyle that we're thinking about, it was just a decorative thing.
Yeah.
It was a warning sign for churches. The ones that we're thinking about, you know, Gothic churches and shit. It was a warning sign saying the outside of the church is an evil place, inside is safe. They made them scary for that specific reason.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You could probably beat up a gargoyle pretty well then.
Yeah. If I could, I wouldn't fight a gargoyle.
Don't fight the gargoyles. They're good guys.
Yeah.
They're nice. We like them.
But if I had to plan for fighting a gargoyle, I'd definitely just walk up to it during the day with a sledgehammer.
And take it out.
Yeah, and take it out. Problem solved.
Cool.
No issue. Yeah. How would you fight a gargoyle? Same shit?
You said it, dude. Just take it out with a sledgehammer.
The only problem is like
guys.
security
I don't want to fight them.
Of climbing onto a Gothic church's roof in the middle of the daytime.
Well, there was that one guy that climbed Trump Tower. Was it Trump Tower?
Yeah.
With fucking suction cups?
I feel like I would get in a lot more trouble from climbing like a historic, like 1,000-year-old church than you would get for climbing the outside of Trump Tower. Like the outside of Trump Tower, you probably go to like jail or something. If I was climbing a historic site like that, I'd probably get like prison. Especially if I took a sledgehammer to the Gargoyle. That's also probably 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
On top of it. So it's really just, you're fighting the legal system at that point. Like, are you fighting the Gargoyle or are you fighting the legal system?
You're fighting the man.
Yeah, you're fighting the man, dude.
I think that's about it for Gargoyles. There's not much else to talk about with them.
No.
They're fucking cool, though.
It's cool. Dude, I really like how they just made these... The church rarely gives artists, like, free will to just...
do whatever they want.
Do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Make absolutely wild shit on the outside of these churches. And this time period specifically, they were just like... Go ahead,
Do it, man.
And they literally made them all kinds of weird. This the demonic. Sometimes they were like grotesque. Sometimes they were like sexual. It was just free range art, and they all had like the same gothic style. And they just look cool. But most of the legends that we hear about them are just explanations from 300 years after they got placed on that building, and they were trying to figure out why they were there afterwards because nobody wrote it down. But gargoyles are there for water mitigation.
Yeah.
And symbolism. That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Cool stories. Cool.
Cool.
Sweet.
Go like, follow, and everything else everywhere else. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. Check us out. Go check out our store on Fourth Wall. We sell a bunch of cool stuff. If you want to donate to the podcast and help us out without buying anything, you can send us as little as $1 to our coffee.
If you want to subscribe to the podcast without buying anything, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can just go ahead and get a free subscription, and that gives us Jeff Bezos' money.
Yes.
And you don't have to pay a dime.
Yes.
And it helps us out.
Join our Discord. It's the only place we take requests.
Yeah.
I also put up polls and a bunch of other stuff. Speaking of polls, you blew me out of the fucking water.
What?
Peeps versus peanut butter.
I know.
It was 8-1.
I don't know why you thought people would think that Peeps are better than Reese's peanut butter cup eggs. Nobody actually likes Peeps besides you.
I had Peeps last night.
Okay.
I bought them on clearance.
But do you understand now that you're the only person that likes Peeps?
I'm the only person that's right, apparently, in our Discord.
No, that's terribly wrong. You should not like Peeps. You should get them for Easter and be like, wow, cool, Peeps.
If anybody has Peeps they don't want, you can send them to us and I'll eat them.
He likes stale Peeps.
They're good.
Ugh. All right.
You're missing out.
He intentionally makes his Peeps stale.
They could crunchy on the outside.
Yeah, that's called being stale. It's like when you leave your bread out and you're like, it gets crunchy on the outside.
That's how you make croutons for real.
I thought it was toasted for croutons.
You let it stale and then you toast it.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm not eat croutons anymore.
You ever had crostini? It's also stale bread.
Nope. I don't eat stale things like that. You do.
It's what it is, Charlie.
I know. You eat stale things. I get it. It's okay. That's what you're like.
Oh,
something you
ever had real meatballs?
Yeah.
It's got stale bread in it. That's how it should be.
Does it have to be stale bread?
It's the way it's supposed to be. It's the old world way. You have your stale bread, you soak it in milk, you squeeze out the milk and make breadcrumbs out of it, and then you fucking meatball it.
You know, surprisingly, I don't like eating like I live in the 1820s.
There's some really good food from the 1820s.
I'm sure there is, but I can guarantee in that 200-year time period, they made food better.
Listen, I can make you some fucking poor people hillbilly Italian food that you'll be in love with.
I'd rather just enjoy the good Italian food.
Join our Discord. I put up fun polls. It's the only place to take requests. You get a sneak peek at our schedule every month. It's cool. We share pictures, memes, and all that other fun stuff. Yeah. And that's about it for this one.
Yeah.
Follow and subscribe and all that, like I said already. And we'll see you in the next one when we find out what real meatballs have.
They do have.
They do.
They do have. That's what they have.
Podcast that talks to you all about meatballs.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.